Assalamualaikum, I am Hamza. We are here to present a presentation on performative documentary of mass communication for them. My group members are Aruj, Maria, Mrs. Munib, and Mrs. Abul Hassan. And Aruj will tell you the definition of performative documentary.
Now I am here to define performative documentary. Performative documentary is a kind of documentary which acknowledges the emotional and subjective aspects of documentary and presents suggestions as part of a context having different meanings for different people, often autobiography in nature. And I have the second definition is performative documentary is also like reflexive documentary. It raises questions about knowledge that emphasizes personal experience, introduction of poetry, literature, tries to demonstrate how to appreciate such personal facts that can help us understand more broad procedure of society. Many mix elements of various documentary modes to achieve links between subjective knowledge, understanding of the world and more general understanding, that is historical one. Such kind of documentary stress bias experience and emotional response to the world. They are strongly personal, unconventional, perhaps poetic and experimental, and might include hypothetical performances of events designed to make us experience what it might be like for us to acquire a certain specific perspective on the world that is not our own. The performative mode, often regarded as the most honest of the six styles, places emphasis on the filmmaking process itself, often narrating the documentary's subjective journey, often including the failures and struggles that may occur during the filming process as part of the final product. Performative documentary is based on the subject's personal experience, observation, and as well as its own feelings.
Now the explanation. Modern documentaries are often a combination of several of Nichols' models. It is observed that usually documentary makers get messed up with these six types and found to be confused and mixing more than one type of documentaries in their documentary. Though the performative documentary's authenticity is often doubtful of these six types, but still it is able to tackle the most serious and issues with not only a deeper, more personal, argumentative, believable approach, but often represents these issues in the intelligent and humorous style. This sort of documentaries are deeply personal and very well suited to telling the stories and personal experiences. Performative documentary offers its viewer neither the objective submission of events nor the lived immediacy. Rather, reader had to conclude himself on his own part. In a sense, the performative documentary asks the audience to have a revelation rather than presenting the argument or truth for the audience to merely receive it. It seems that the performative documentary puts its trust in the viewer to think for themselves rather than to preach.
Okay, now the importance of performative documentary. It is usually low budget documentary. A performative documentary approaches us to examine the world beyond realism, evidently explores claims supported by facts, empirical observation and equation. It is unique to each viewer and viewer receives subjective message from this documentary. It often regarded as the most honest type of documentary because it is the reality-based documentary. Performative documentary often link up personal accounts and experiences with larger political or historical realities.
Now the examples of performative documentary. Isaac Julian's Looking for Langston, made in 1988, about the life of Langston Hughes, and Julian's Frantz Fanon, Black Skin or White Mask, made in 1996, about the life of Frantz Fanon. Larry Andrews' video Black and Silver Horses, made in 1992, about issues of race and identity. Robert Gardner's Forest of Bliss, made in 1985, about funeral practices in Banaras, India. Chris Choi and Rini Kujima's Who Killed the Vincent Chin, made in 1988, about the murder of a Chinese American by two out-of-work auto workers who reportedly mistook him for Japanese.